Are you on the money roller coaster? Are you a person who has irregular or what I call inconsistent or unpredictable income? Let's say you're a small business owner. Let's say you're a builder and you have 3 or 4 products out there you're building. And then all of a sudden, the real estate market tanks and you're now carrying those new construction homes for 3, 6, 9 months. That's a plunge on the roller coaster ride. Or are you a commission salesperson and you're waiting for the next deal to close because you need that commission? You haven't had one in a little while and you need that commission. Or maybe you're making a lot of money and still, when we make more money, what do? Well, we spend more money, buy a bigger car, bigger house, bigger everything. More and more and more. So then all of a sudden you're making way more than you did 3, 5 years ago. You're still in the same place. The minute you lose a deal, it doesn't go to closing, you clamp down. Your anxiety goes up. You're like, I can't keep riding this roller coaster. Why can't my life be different? Well, it can be. And I'm here to tell you it absolutely can be. But we've got to switch your mentality. You have got to go from a regular working paycheck to paycheck. And I don't care if the paycheck is weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or it's spread out in a different form if you're a small business owner or you're a commission-based salesperson. It's all the same. It's still paycheck to paycheck. The intervals are just different. It makes it harder when you have irregular or inconsistent or unpredictable income because you just don't know when the next check is coming. That in itself creates anxiety, but there are ways to get that resolved. So let's talk about and stick to the fact, if you have irregular, inconsistent, or unpredictable income, you're a small business owner, you're a restaurant owner. Does anybody remember what happened to all the restaurants when we did COVID shutdown? We lost millions of restaurants because they weren't prepared for inconsistent and unpredictable income. They were working hard and they didn't deserve what happened, but it did happen. And I want you to get prepared for that situation so that it never cost you your business and the income you were making, and it doesn't cost you sleepless nights. What would it be like to go to sleep every night and say, I have enough for tomorrow, I have enough for next week, I have enough for next month, I have enough for the quarter, I have enough for the next year, and I probably have enough for the year beyond. And so I don't need to stress, I just need to work and make some more money. And instead of being on a ride that's like this, on a roller coaster, you're like easy, smooth sailing. How would that feel? So, this is what you need to do. Number one, my whole world is set on teaching people clarity about their money. And I have a program called 90 Days to Financial Clarity. There's a link below. If this sounds like you, number one, let me know. How's the roller coaster ride going for you? But number two, if you're interested, click the link below and let's get you to 90 Days to Financial Clarity so that you can then skyrocket instead of riding this horrible roller coaster. What you have to do is you have to look at a longer time period. You can't just say, oh, I need this much this month, and then you don't worry about it to the next month. And then you look at the next month and you say, oh, I need this much. Oh, no, and then I need this much the next month. You have to have the big picture. And that's part of what I work through with you. We're going to know what you need over the next year in every category of your life. And then you have to stick to it. And remember, 84% of people who budget don't stick to their budget. So you have to have tenacity. You have to have clarity. And you have to have the desire to make your life great financially. If you have those 3 things, I can set you to sail. You take the money that you need in the long run. And let's say it equals out to $5,000 a month. Okay. The first month you make $5,000. Great. It goes into your checkbook. The next commission check that comes in, or the next money you take from your small business, is $12,000. Great. Good month. Way to go. You take $5,000 and you put in your checkbook, and you take the remainder, $7,000, and you put it over into a high interest savings account. Then the next month you only make $3,000. Whoops. Still okay. Take $3,000, you put it in your checkbook, and you go over and grab 2 out of the 12 or $7,000 you just put over, and you put it back over here, and you're okay this month. The next month you don't make anything. You've got $5,000 sitting over there still. Let's bring it over. The next month you make $10,000. 5 goes in your checkbook. Move the rest over into a high interest-bearing savings account. This smooths things out. But you can't get that big check and then spend it. If you spend it, you're back at zero. You're back at zero, riding the roller coaster. You are back at your anxiety level being unbelievable. And listen, I get it. I understand it. Let me know if you're on this roller coaster ride. Does that look like your life? Let's get you to a place where you know, number one, how unpredictable is your income really? You're making a certain level most years. It just doesn't feel that way because it comes at you periodically. But we can get that set up so it's a more predictable feeling for you. And then we take the money and we start to build this system. And this is just the first step of the system. But if you don't do this and you don't get started on this, you're going to be on that anxiety-ridden roller coaster probably the rest of your life. The first step is getting clarity. We got to find out exactly where you are. You're probably missing all kinds of things in your monthly budget that come in and surprise you throughout the year. That puts you back on the roller coaster. It all works together. Does this sound familiar? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I want to make your life smooth sailing, and we can make it smooth sailing. And as soon as we get you set up with 90 days to financial clarity, from there, you can then start to look at, how do I start to invest? What can I learn about investing? And how can I get some of that, as they call it, passive income coming in, so I'm not working 60, 80 hours a week. I'm picking up my phone the whole time I'm on vacation instead of being able to take a vacation. I'm afraid not to pick up the 8:30 phone call because if I do, I might lose the deal. I might not be able to bid on this house. They might go to another builder. On and on it goes. This is the life of small business owners. This is the life of commission-based salespeople. We need to change the guidelines for you. We need to change the system for you. And as soon as you're able to do that, your life will completely change. The anxiety will go down. You will be off of that silly hamster wheel that you're on every day. And you're going to have some smooth sailing. Love to help you. If you're interested, like I said, click the link below and let's get you started on 90 days to financial clarity. I look forward to hearing from you, and let's get you into smooth sailing and ready to skyrocket to true wealth.